No asterisk, no excuses. Alex Eala's grit defines the win. The easiest way to cheapen a breakthrough is to call it an accident. In the heat and noise of Grandstand, Alexandra Alex Eala outlasted Clara Tauson not because of fortune but because of composure. The viral clip and the instant takes were convenient. Controversial call, hostile crowd, won fewer points, but they flatten what decides matches in New York. Decision-making at redline, courage on second serves, and a brain that stays orderly when the body wants to cramp. About the controversial moment, the over-the-net rule is not folklore, it's clear. You may break the playing with your racket after the ball is crossed, but you may not touch the net or interfere before the ball arrives. The on-court review supported the chair's decision. Debate will always follow close calls, but the standard in tennis is not Twitter consensus, it's the chair's adjudication aided by technology. Champion habits include absorbing rulings and winning the next point. Eala did. Tauson's double fault that followed was not crowd witchcraft, but the familiar tremor of momentum shifting and a rushed serve under duress. Crowd conduct? This is the US Open, the most democratic noise in tennis. Queens has always turned the grandstand into a pressure cooker. Ask Federer in 09, Osaka in 18, or any qualifier who builds a second wind off a late-night roar. To hold New York to Wimbledon etiquette is to misunderstand the city and the tournament. Eala didn't weaponize the audience so much as harmonize with it. Quick resets, no theatrics. A tempo that kept her body warm and her mind narrow. Tauson's frustration, gestures to the umpire, to the stands, became a dialogue with everything except the ball. In tight sets, that's fatal. And those numbers being used to say the better player lost, more points, more aces, tell a half-truth. Tennis rewards point value, not volume. The player who wins the dense clusters, the break points, the mini breaks, the lock-in rallies at 5-all, usually wins even if the spreadsheet leans the other way. Eala's comeback from 1-5 in the third wasn't a glitch, it was proof of how she reweighted the match at exactly the right nodes. That's craft, not luck. Heavier forehands to the Tauson backhand, higher net clearance when chasing, the prudence to play big to big targets and live with longer points. Winning ugly, as Brad Gilbert baptized it, is still winning, and often the only kind available against a first strike hitter. Context matters. Eala did not arrive from nowhere. The Rafa Nadal Academy hardened her competitive grammar. Endure, problem solve, take space at the net when the rally offers it. The Filipino diaspora in the stands didn't summon a fairy tale. They amplified a player whose identity, Filipina, lefty, counter-puncher with bite, was already forged. If you're looking for an asterisk, look instead at her choices under fire. No panic forehands at 30-all. No sugar high drop shots. Just a drumbeat of high percentage patterns until Tauson blinked. Call it what it is, a benchmark. Not a coronation, not a fluke. A win built on toughness that travels, because the same dispositions that turned 1-5 into a handshake on Grandstand are the ones you need on an indoor court in Ostrava on a Wednesday or on court 14 in Paris with a crosswind. Eala's ceiling will be defined later by more data and more finals. But this match, it stands. No asterisk, no caveat, just a young pro who solved the problem faster than her opponent in the loudest lab tennis can offer.